Remember T-Birds? Remember Chuck Berry?
Remember the video for Dancing in the Dark? That was where it was at.
Remember Bruce Springsteen's ass?
I do. I have it on my wall.
Me too.
I remember that through Stranger Things.
But that's going to be like
Don't
the
kill
case, though, where
me.
people have this image of that and they associate these good ideas with this specific point in time where they start saying, I wish this was the 1980s, things seem like they made more sense. And that ends up invoking this idea of like...
Why
like
is it the 80s, though?
Well, I'm just picking the 80s because that's the one I think that's easy to point to now.
Why is it easy, though?
Because we have crap like Stranger Things and Guy from Fun.
No, I know. I'm asking why that is. Why is it the
I don't know.
80s? Is it because everyone is from the 80s is like in their 30s now and they're the people making media?
No, yeah, that's a part of it. I
And
think
all
that's
we can do is just recycle our childhoods over and over again?
Yeah, that might be a part of it. The people who are in the media field now are the people who grew up liking things like Steven Spielberg and George Michael.
But the things that are referenced from the 80s are not things that were referencing the 60s.
Yeah. I
But
don't
are
know.
people
You're
going to
getting
look back now on this decade and have nostalgia for 80s nostalgia?
That's a good question. 20 years from now, we have Stranger Things Part 3 or whatever, and it's like...
Man, remember the 80s via the early 2000s?
Aren't the Strokes cool, guys?
No, they're not. They never were.
Guys, I heard about this cool new band. They're called the White Stripes.
No. Like what?
There was like
No.
60s nostalgia in the 80s though, because you have groups like the Stray Cats and stuff who were
I know, but
like
that's
this
not-
proto-rock, this post-rockabilly.
These are not the touchstones, though, is what I'm saying.
No, because the big touchstones are going to be the stuff that are super popular, but that's being referenced now, and I don't know why it is that now maybe we have this leniency toward that, and that like,
No.
maybe we're overstating it a little bit too,
That
but
sucks. I'm with you.
there
I'm
is
sorry.
it's something that exists, and it's like I don't know why it is so prevalent now, and I don't know what people necessarily see in the 80s. Maybe it's that cultural expressions from the 80s were so huge, because I mean,
Yeah.
like,
I'm
things
just
were kind
asking,
of like, I don't know.
30 years from now, what is the... Like, oh, remember 2015?
It'll be like
Memes. It'll be fidget spinners.
it'll be fidget spinners. I can't even think of what else. I don't know. I don't think there's going
Kendrick.
to... Maybe.
Taylor Swift doing 80s music.
Yes, that maybe. I can't wait to see Taylor Swift on the county fair circuit.
Yeah.
Rocktown, Wisconsin has Taylor Swift.
Welcome to the Waukesha County Fair.
Yeah, exactly.
Home of the Hodags.
I don't know. This is all really scary.
It'll be weird. I don't want to know what people remember from our time period.
I don't know what I remember from our time period.
I don't even know. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to look back on and think, man, what a time to be alive.
The last 10 years do not have a lot of like media that I feel super attached to.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's why!
Why, what?
This is the mindset that created this nightmare scenario, because they're like, I don't have anything new to reference, I'll just reference the 80s. Garfield.
Hey guys, He-Man.
What?
Skeletor in a commercial.
What's the little floating guy or whatever? The little
Oh, I forget his name. I know who you're
monster.
talking about. I
Snarf, snarf. Yeah, I get it, game. I get it.
But
I gotta
like,
be- Oh gosh.
I don't
These
know.
guys are big.
I think there are things in this time period maybe to... They're gonna... I don't know, because they're gonna be in reference to something. It's weird. Like... Taylor Swift's in reference to 80s nonsense.
She was born in '89. It's so stupid.
But I mean, that would have been the stuff that maybe she grew up with as a kid.
In '94.
Sure, but like, I don't know.
We're talking about nostalgia angrily, Bayonetta. No.
Shut up, Bayonetta. We're having important words here.
Get your
I
butt
want to be
out of here.
nostalgic. I want to be nostalgic for this.
So Star Wars.
You want to talk about nostalgia? Star Wars.
But like, this is another question I had for you. What do you think is more nostalgic, the prequels or these new movies?
Wait, can you say that again?
Which is more nostalgic, Michael? I feel like I'm doing Trivial Pursuit. What is more nostalgic?
Like,
The
what is
prequel
going
trilogy
to be?
Or the
What do we-
new movies?
Okay, so like,
Answer the question.
what seems more nostalgic, or what's like?
What has the essence of nostalgia more?
Oh, the new ones. The old ones were not great. The prequels were not great, but like, you had the idea, you had the sense that there was like a sense of originality, or a sense of like an original idea that Lucas had with it, even though he's throwing in these bits and pieces of fan service with like, oh, young Obi-Wan, C-3PO built by young Anakin, or and stuff like that. But
This doesn't have that?
no, this one's worse.
Oh.
Because it'll be like, well, I mean, I'm thinking Force Awakens. Last Jedi is,
What about Rogue One?
Rogue One I think is maybe even the worst offender.
Yeah. Because that's
But-
all it is.
Yeah. Cause no, Force Awakens is literally just A New Hope with a new cast,
Yeah.
and then you have all these little winks at the camera where it's like, oh, here's a little droid they tested that Luke practiced with. Oh, here's the little chessboard game. Oh, hey guys, isn't that funny? We have this other thing that was from this.
That was pretty funny. Hey, blue milk, Michael.
Blue milk. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Woo.
Great. Oh, remember the Death Star? Remember
I do.
Grand Moff Tarkin?
Which one?
Here's the CGI Tarkin.
Ah, that's great.
Yeah. Isn't it great?
Thanks, J.J. Abrams.
That one wasn't J.J. Abrams. That's
Thanks,
the new.
J.J.
that's-
Abrams.
Okay, thanks, J.J.
Love you.
So I think at least if we're going by which one maybe plays that card the hardest, Rogue One and Force Awakens do real hard.
Yeah, I
So
like
it's-
Rogue One though, so I don't know what that says about it. As someone with no Star Wars nostalgia, I liked Rogue One better.
I don't know. It had cool.
That could mean anything.
Yeah. The battle scenes were cool. The places were kind of cool.
I love that
The
opening
robot-
shot of Rogue One,
Wait, which one? The
where they're just walking across the field, like the super elite bad guys are just
yeah,
storming
yeah, yeah.
the.
I think it was good with
homestead.
imagery. That is one
Yes.
thing. I think it was really good with imagery. That
'Cause
was.
that's what I'm there for, really. It's just
get it.
cool looking space stuff, and I feel like Rogue One had a lot of that.
Do you know what else had that?
Star Trek.
The last. Oh.
Oh my god. J.J. Abrams.
Hello, Tucker. I'm J.J. Abrams.
Bad
I hear
robot.
you don't like my movies.
No, they're kind of generic and boring, but Lost was cool.
Last Jedi. I think does
Hit me.
that at
Are we
times really well.
Okay.
Other times not so much.
The visual
But-
thing?
The visual thing, I think it knocks out of the park. There are moments where it's like it's kind of boring because they're just like in space and it's like, oh, two big ships or a bunch of big ships shooting lasers.
Yay! Just like
but
the
then-
beginning of episode 3.
Yeah, but not like that at all.
Okay.
It's not interesting. I don't want to spoil it for you, or maybe I will because I don't think you care that much.
I don't care that much. Oof.
Okay,
Sorry, I'm so bad
like
at Bayonetta.
the core of the plot is built around the Resistance ship trying to get away from the
Right, it
Imperial
has the
ships.
Death Star plans on it.
No.
Oh.
It's trying. It's the First Order hunted the Resistance to their base, so now they're trying to get away, but now they can track them through hyperspace, so they can't flee through hyperspace, and they're running out of fuel, but they can stay just out of range of the guns, so it's just this really slow, arduous chase scene.
Okay. When does shirtless Kylo Ren show up?